We are officially 1 week away from Georgia's closely watched Senate runoff election, and voters are turning out and setting new records at the polls early.
Yeah, they got the holiday in the book and they're getting back to work. The momentum continues as Georgia voters cast their ballot for either Senator Raphael Warnock or Herschel Walker. 11 Alive's Ariana Manise joining us live this morning ahead of what we think will be another busy day.
So Ariana, walk us through the latest numbers that we're seeing here. We know traditionally it's hard to get people to come back out for a runoff, but we're seeing the energy still there.
Yes, definitely. Good morning, Cheryl and Aisha. Long lines can be seen at early voting locations all over the metro. And those new numbers that we're getting are painting a picture of just how eager Georgia voters are to decide who will represent them in the U.S. Senate. Momentum continues to build around Georgia's Senate runoff race between incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock and his Republican challenger Herschel Walker. Voters are already heading to the polls in record numbers. To mark the first state-required period for early in-person voting, more than 300,000 hit the ballot box on Monday, exceeding the previous one-day record of around 233,000 votes.
We want to try and get, and voters want to try and get their voting done during a 1 week time frame when they normally would have 3 weeks to do it.
Cobb County had the highest raw vote turnout according to Georgia election officials. Georgians have less than a week to vote in this runoff election. And with this shortened time period and early voting ending on Friday, both sides plan to continue to rally voters to the polls.
Longer lines certainly indicate there is some level of enthusiasm, some level of engagement from voters. There's always a concern in a runoff that the enthusiasm and engagement is going to fall off a cliff.
Organizers had to work overtime, educating voters about changes, polling locations, hours. The shortened runoff period presents a particular burden.
Election workers say they will be ready for the thousands more that will cast their ballot in the coming week. Now, election officials suggest if you want to at least try to avoid those long lines that we're seeing, arrive to the polling location right when it first starts to cast your ballot, or show up close to when polls are closing. And on Election Day, which is December 6th, they say they do expect a very strong turnout. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. If you'd like information on polling times and locations, just text the word early to the number you see here, 404-885-7600. We'll send you a full county by county breakdown.